Heyo, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats. I'm here to put you on the path to amazing meals on your outdoor treks, and welcome to another episode of Trail R&D, Research and Development. So what we're gonna do in this video is we are going to bring you into my head, where I test a recipe for the first time. And the thing about testing a recipe is sometimes you need to be able to test it multiple times. Sometimes you get it right on the first shot. And if you are new to the channel, yes, I am actually a chef. I am Chef Corso, that is my name. And yeah, I'm a classically trained chef, but one of my positions after culinary school was as a research chef. And yeah, I got to test and develop new food products for the grocery store. So if you're going and checking out the new Sriracha Hidden Valley ranch flavor, or the new bumbleberry ice cream or pumpkin pie spice, literally anything, that was my job. It wasn't my job to make pumpkin pie spice stuff. Don't yell at me for all that. But my job was to create new food products. And I've always had this curious mind about food, not only how to make something tasty and share it with people, but also how it happens. So I love this part of the process, and I love sharing it with you guys, because all of our recipes online, we have over 300 trail tested recipes, are trail tested to make sure that they work for your journeys. It's not like I just put them up there and hope for the best. That's not really nice, very nice, is it? No. So what are we testing here today? We are testing a one-pot pasta with red sauce. Yes, pasta with red sauce. You know, that maybe doesn't sound like a super tough challenge, but what I want to achieve here today is to have it be one pot. I don't want to make marinara sauce, reserve it, then boil water and put them together. I want it all in one pot. And I want it to be one portion, one solid, sturdy portion. You could obviously double that or triple that or quadruple that for a bigger crew. The other thing that I want to dial in here is the exact amount of water. As we cook pasta inside, we often have this big old gallon of water for like a pound of pasta, and that's a really good practice. You want to dissipate some of that starch so it doesn't get all sticky. But for outdoor cooking, you don't really often have that much water or that big of a pot to be able to let that happen. So I want to have the exact amount of pasta, the exact amount of water that it hydrates, and the exact amount of tomato product and seasonings and some toppings that I can pack up super quick and cook up again, one pot. Did you get it? It's gonna all go in one pot? Okay, let's get cooking. Let's take a look at our ingredients, our few ingredients for our pasta with red sauce dish. First up, we have got a pound of pasta, and I am looking to do a 1/4 pound per batch. That means I have 4 tries to get it right. I hope I can do it for you guys. And I am choosing to use Angel here today because thinner pasta cooks faster. If you want to go for something thicker, you're more than welcome to, but for our test here today, we are going with Angel here to be able to cook it up nice and quick. We also need some water, duh. And we are looking at 2 different tomato products here today. One, we have tomato powder. Yeah, it does come in a powder. And then we have tomato paste that comes in a tube. So we're gonna check that out to see which one works the best. And then for our spices over here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spices I wanna use for this dish today. I have salt, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, some ground black pepper, and what's in here? Nice, chili flake. I like my marinara sauce a little bit spicy, so we're gonna add that in there and dial in exactly how much spice to add. And what we're cooking on today is a near zero titanium 1100 ml pot. You can cook pasta in a lot of pots, obviously. What I want here is a little bit of room to stir, and also a nice wide mouth so you guys can see in our pot here. Also using our near zero mini right over here for our cooking stove here today. So in the first round here, we are going to measure out our water, our ingredients exactly, and we're gonna test it out to see how it comes together. Let's get cooking. And for water, we do have some measurements right on here. So we've got 300 mils. I'm gonna start with 300 mils. You can always add more. I'm gonna start there. My approximate trail number measurement for our 1/4 pound of pasta. And in order to save fuel for this, is I'm gonna put, and what I wanna test too, is I'm gonna put all the ingredients right in there. And the other thing that I like about doing that is that way the tomato and the seasonings can really get absorbed with our pasta. I think a lot of times we just boil pasta with water, then add our sauce later. And sometimes it's really nice to add a little bit of tomato or a little bit of seasoning to your water in order to really flavor up your pasta. So we're gonna try that out. And if it doesn't work, I won't do it on the next time. And this stuff is really fine. Wow. All right, let's get this thing ripping and see what happens. Wow, it's already smelling really, really good. That Italian seasoning is really activating. Garlic is getting in there and hydrated. Make sure to smash all your noodles down underneath the water. Get as even cooking as we can, minding your heat as well as we're going along. Wow, that is a very deep red color. Wow, crazy. Really mind your heat as you're getting down to your end of your cook so you don't burn. I don't necessarily want to add more water. Just want to see what we've got here. We can always do that. Wow, it's really coming together. And that color is absolutely beautiful with that tomato powder in there. So let's give it a try, see how soft it is. Just a teeny bit crunchy. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to turn off the burner because I don't necessarily want to add more water because we've got a teeny bit here left. I don't want to make it too watery. And what I'm going to do is add our last trail ingredient here to really finish off our pot of pasta, and that is some Parmesan Crisps. I love these things. You could easily take some aged Parmesan if you like, or those little packets from the pizza place. But these things are really, really good, and they're really good when they hydrate about halfway, so you get a little bit of chew and a little bit of crunch. So I've got my burner off, put the lid on, come back in just a minute. All right, it's been sitting for just a minute or two, and let's check this out and see how that's hydrated our last little bit of water. Wow, nice. Would you look at that? Just a teeny bit left. Beautiful red color from that tomato powder. Crisps are in there as well. All right. Well, I think it's about time we try it. Wow. This is really, really good. Wow, yeah. I gotta say, guys, I think I just about nailed it on round one. Awesome, sweet. What I'm tasting here is that I would like a teeny bit more salt, but salt is super, super subjective. So I think I'm gonna keep the salt the same. Garlic powder is the same. Could throw a teeny bit more Italian seasoning in there as well, but it's pretty nice. It's not too overpowering, and I could always go for a little bit more spice, but just that pinch did a really, really great job. Let me get a Parmesan Crisp in there too. You know what this really has me in the mood for? Some chicken Parmesan. And I think after their next round of tests, I've got an idea to be able to make that happen on the trail. Yep. Yeah, that had some creaminess and a little bit of richness. Black pepper. I don't think we need to add any more. Again, that's very subjective. You could easily add a little bit more on top, but guys, I think for amount of pasta, quarter pound, amount of water, for this specific shape of pasta, about 300 mils, and our ratio of ingredients right over here to get us a pretty darn perfect pasta meal. So that's great, Corso. Well, like, good for you. You nailed it on the first one, or at least pretty darn close. What else are we going to test here? Well, we still got our tube of tomato paste, so let's see if that changes anything, and to see how much you want to add of this if you want to take that along, because the tomato paste is a little bit easier to find than the tomato powder. So let's cook up round 2. Now, something to note too, as you are testing out this recipe or versions of this recipe with different pastas, is that most likely you are going to need more water for thicker pastas. But just a little bit, you can always add more and dial it in. Again, your trail conditions will change that as well. Just remember, you can always add more. You can always add a couple more blurps or a couple more ounces in there in order to get it exactly the wetness and consistency that you like. All right, let's check out round 2. Wow, yep, still looks red, still looks like tomato. Really interesting difference in color though, right? The other one has a little bit more of a burgundy brightness to it. This one just classic tomato. But wow, it's really able to soak up all of that. 300 mils. One thing I've noticed as I'm testing this for the second time is some of the tomato particulates or the spices can fall to the bottom and have a tendency to scorch. So if you don't want to do this method of putting it all in the pot and cooking it up, you don't have to. You can just add it right at the end so it doesn't scorch. But it's up to you. It's hot. I have made multiple versions of this in the past with that tomato paste in a tube. Really, really great and classic. This has a little bit more mouthfeel because it is actual. I mean, both of them are actually tomato, but the tomato powder is really, really fine, so you don't have that kind of a little bit of texture there. And the tomato powder does have a little bit more acidic flavor to it, which can be good depending on how you like it. No, I really love those Parmesan Crisps in there as it gets soft. So good. The great part about this tube though, since we added just about an ounce or more, is this can be multiple meals on the trails for you guys. So you could have a pound of pasta, a tube of tomato paste, or a little bag of tomato powder plus some seasonings, and you can eat really, really well for multiple days. Thinking about this too is you could easily add a tuna packet, chicken packet. You could add some TVP, textured vegetable protein, and a little bit more water to be able to hydrate that up, so you'd have a little Italian sausage experience in there. So we pretty much nailed it on the first couple tries, but we do have some more pasta, so might as well just test again. And what I want to test this time is I want to throw a bouillon cube in here and see if that changes anything. I am going to take away the salt because there's a lot of salt in bouillon cubes. You can always add that back. And then I'm still thinking about chicken parm. Yeah, chicken parm. Yeah, we're gonna make that happen. So for round 3, what I did already, because you already know what this looks like, is I measured out all of our seasonings. So this is what the seasonings look like for one portion. So really, really not that much. You could easily pre-mix this and have this ready to go. And for round 3, I'm actually gonna do a combo. I'm gonna do a combo of our tomato powder and our tomato paste, because why not? Because guys, what is chicken Parmesan? It's fried chicken pieces. Let's not kid ourselves here. We would all eat this and freaking house this on the trail. And you can absolutely eat this right now. I want you to turn the burner back on, put the lid on, and melt all that, because melted cheese is magic. All right, round 3, and I have got a special taste tester here today, Jackson. He has actually helped me out with a video in the past. If you want to check it out here, we tested out an Omnia oven and some enchiladas and some brownies and stuff. Remember that?
Very tasty.
That was pretty good. So we are testing out a 1-pot marinara sauce and pasta dish. So you can easily just pack it up and get out there and cook up something tasty. But I wanted to make chicken Parmesan, so I put chicken nuggets and string cheese on top. Does that look pretty good?
That looks very good.
Have you ever had chicken nuggets in pasta before?
I have not.
All right, you want to dig in? Make sure you get a nugget in there. It's super cheesy.
Wow.
Oh, it's really cheesy. It's like a whole string cheese. Oh,
wow.
Give me that. I want to eat that. Oh, yeah. All right, kid. Oh, look at that cheese pull. That's what you want, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, good, man. Look at that. Oh, yes. All right, let's dig in. How do you like it? As I asked you, as we both have huge, huge bites in our mouth. Wow. Would you eat that on a hike around the trail?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, good. I'm glad you like it. Did a couple rounds of tests here to make sure it just came out just perfect. But, you know, nice amount of sauce, nice amount of flavor. You want another nugget in there? Let me help you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Nice. Want some more?
Yeah.
Right. Well, Jackson and I are going to finish up our pot of pasta here in the backyard. But get out there, cook something amazing, somewhere awesome. Try this pasta dish on your next hike. Boca boca.
Boca boca.
So we're not like crazy looking up.
Yeah. You want the dog out of there?
Dog, over there.
Jordan, come here.
I got in trouble last time with the dog.
All right, I've just been rolling this whole time, so hello,
That's cool.
James. Good luck editing.
Good luck, James. Have fun.